is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
The Monday, January 29th edition of Talking Heads is on and popping. Your boy Naughty and your company right up until 6 p.m. And boy, happy Monday, everybody. And let me tell you, I had a Monday. And to all of y'all who call me and tell me, boy, Naughty, I have issues at a certain healthcare facility. And it's getting worse and worse and worse. Boy, look here. He who feels it knows it. So I'm even more enlightened now by all of your commentary and comments and emails and messages regarding that. Because then you walk through it and you experience it yourself. Woo! So I will moose off for now. But we will revisit that this week. All right? But I promise you I can't do it right now because I go in full Joker's Wild mode. And Erica will be here in 3 seconds. But trust me, Ghetto News Network, my brother. Gerard Darville, my brother. There's a lot going on. We got to get to that. But I hope you had a good weekend. And like I said, we got lots to talk about. We're going to open up the phone lines. Heard from Roscoe Thompson today. Roscoe will be back next Monday. Came off the back surgery well, just recuperating, healing up. So we'll hear from Roscoe on, Monday and every Monday after that. But we'll open up the lines because there's lots to talk about. Lots to talk about. 2 more murders. No elevated risk to tourists, but Bahamians dropping like flies. 9 guns, 1,500 rounds of ammo seized in the past week, police say. Lots to talk about. All right? And you know how to chime in. 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259 in New Providence. Toll free in any one of the family islands, 242-300-5720, 242-300-5720. Text lines powered by BTC, 422-GR96. That's 422-4796. Stream us live. Take us wherever you want to go. GuardianTalkRadio.com. That's GuardianTalkRadio.com. Cable channel 969, BTC Flow channel 612. That's how you get it in. That's how you get it on for fresh news, smart talk, all day. Right here, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. All right, let's go to the phone lines real quick before we get into it. And we'll get you in real quick, and then we'll get to the break. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
We don't hate you. You're just naughty by nature.
Boy, ghetto news. My God.
What's happening?
I experienced some of the pain you go through in your area of that facility and another area, but my God, that's painful.
Yeah.
For that. But yeah. Thank God I didn't have to take him there, but I had to get, some stuff done. My God.
Well, we unfortunately, through negligence again,
have
lost another young girl.
That
suffered basically the same young lady that suffered almost the same fate as Mr. Darville's wife. She was scheduled for blood to receive blood because her blood count was very low, and just doing the usual thing they do, We lost her on Friday afternoon because she
My
didn't
God,
get
that's
the issue of blood on time.
almost a year to when we lost Kanice, Lord bless her dead.
Yeah, they still doing that foolishness. I don't know what the problem is with receiving blood, but you know what's so sad, Naughty? If a gunshot victim, a criminal, or someone come in there, they drop everything, drop all the patients, everybody run to that criminal. He could get blood on time and all kind of fix up on time while everybody
Wow.
gets pushed on the back burner. You ever see anything like that?
No, I haven't experienced it, but I mean, I'll take your word for it. And I thought when you're in a facility, you know, everybody's supposed to get that equal medical care because
sir.
you're supposed to be attended to. You know what I mean? That's why you're there.
They say a gunshot victim takes priority. I know they have to.
Okay, but
they have to
let me,
service people.
all right, let me play along since you got more experience up there than me, and I don't mean
Yeah,
that
but
bad. But you dealing with a gunshot victim, and now a full-on seizure comes in, a full-on stroke comes in, a full-on cardiac arrest comes in. They gotta wait.
Buddy, they get pushed to the side, buddy. Everybody broke off running to the gunshot victim. The ironic
So
thing
what
is,
you're
like
saying is, if I go in there for any other malady, I should make sure to shoot myself somewhere, like in the foot or the toe or something, and when they hear a gunshot, they can come take care of me, right?
All the doctors and the nurses can run to you.
Good God.
And they can leave the people who they was tending to what they call minor stuff, they leave them alone until they didn't stabilize, if they could, the gunshot.
But if I having a heart attack, you can put me on the side because a gunshot wound or victim role, then can't we both get equal attention? Aren't we both critical?
Listen, Naughty.
Or priority?
They ruled me out of dialysis in there with a mild heart attack. Or almost a massive heart attack one day in A&E. And after the nurse checked me in, my nurse checked me in, and their nurse received me. She took all my information from me. I could hardly talk. She asked me all kind of questions. They pushed me on the side and said, Dr. So and come. I had to basically recover in the corner there on that gurney myself. That I didn't see Dr. Ted 11 something, and I go on over there, must see round 4 something. So if I wasn't strong,
Right.
I would have died right on the gurney.
So that bears the question, how many who weren't as strong or in good condition, in bad shape?
Well, this is what I'm trying to say. I had a girlfriend who was living up here, Sharon. Nice, strong young girl. She came with some kind of stomach something. She died right on the floor, wallowing in pain in A&E. Right on the floor, wallowing in pain.
And yet, where is the Minister of Health in all of this?
Dowell, I got to keep a little bit for Dowell. I think Dowell is trying his best, but what they are doing, Naughty, what they're doing is they're misleading the minister because, like, we had a situation in our section, you know, and when the minister came, they pretty much everything until he gone, and then they put the plastic back and things still there. But Naughty, I got to run somebody out there for me.
All right, no problem. Give me a buzz back, man. All right? And I'm going to try, do some background checks and checks on my end to make sure we get all this information together because I keep hearing reports, man. And obviously, as I was saying, with this smoke, this fire. Let's check out the text real quick. Caller, I'm coming to you right now. Good day, Naughty. The only people the government is protecting is for those who can give them political gain, not the killers. Great show as usual, Naughty. You see, with music you playing, you trying to cause people go to their house. Because I opened with Bob today. All right, solid. I'm glad you enjoyed the Bob. Naughty, the police was on their job Friday. Trust me, they did their job very well on Friday. Naughty, we know your head ain't no good, so do not shoot yourself in the foot if you got to go to the hospital to get served faster. Naughty, please don't allow that caller to say that about the hospital. It's not true. Which portion? Hit me back, Tester. Enlighten me a little more. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Hey, Naughty, Silver Doll here.
Hey, what's going on, Silver Dog?
Listen, what that gentleman is saying is the truth. I don't care what nobody says because I've been there, done that. I went into PMH for food poisoning and walk out with a broken finger.
Repeat that,
And
please.
a cast on my finger, and they turned around and charged me for the cast, charged me for the x-ray when they broke my finger.
So hold on, you gone there, broke your finger.
Yep.
How they broke your finger?
They removed me from the wheelchair that I was in because I was like vomiting and diarrhea and
Overshare, but thank you. I
got.
got you. We got you with food poisoning,
Yes.
but thank you for sharing.
And I walk up with a different story.
You're gone in there. You're gone in there for food poisoning and come out with a broken finger.
With a cast on my finger.
Wow. And then they charge
And
you for the gas.
with the lying to the minister, that is also true because when I had my kid, what they did, because the minister was coming around that time, they pretty up the place. And once the minister was there with all the cameras and everything and was gone, everything went back to normal. Everybody started ignoring you. You could cry for pain as much as you want. They walk by you. Mind you, there are some of them now. They would come and deal with you. But when you see those sets move of that ward and they go, they have some that come that don't even check. A lot of them check, I must say. But there are some of them that make the rest look bad.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
We got bad apples to spoil the bunch. That's
Yes,
the problem.
Yes.
Well, I hope you don't break no more fingers and
Listen,
no more food poisoning.
I was planning to do what you said and tell somebody, text you just now and say,
If I got a heart attack and I know a gunshot victim or a stabbing victim could jump me because man, why'd I shoot myself in the foot?
Listen.
So I had a gunshot and because I realized I had a gunshot now in cardiac arrest, deal with me. You got a 2-for-1 special. Hurry up.
Yeah, I kind of think along that line now myself. If I got to go there, that sounds like a good idea. Get so fast.
Hold on. Let me go ahead and say this before legal calls me. I'm wearing my Joker's wild hat right now. I'm making reference in light and satirically that one should shoot yourself in the foot because gunshot victims get priority at the hospital, allegedly. But that is a purely satirical take. I don't encourage anybody to shoot themselves in order to
Anybody
gain
who would take
more
time to do
rapid
that
service
seriously
at the hospital.
anybody who would think to do that seriously have problems.
And legal, if you're
I
listening, text me
understand what
back
you're saying.
and make sure let me know that covers everything legal. Thanks for listening as always.
All right, thank you.
All right, be safe now, Silverdor. All right, Naughty, other patients do not get pushed to the side for gunshot victims. It's just not true. That was embellishment. All right, thank you for that enlightenment and clarification of what you are referencing for context, and I appreciate that. All right, here's some stuff that kind of got to me. And I need some of these questions answered. Maybe somebody could help me with this. Maybe somebody could enlighten me or point me in the right direction. But apparently, and when baseball season starts, you go in and people will put this, hey, great show, Noni, we listen all the time. Listen, why don't you check this out? And I got about 4 or 5 reports from, I guess, concerned folks who live on that portion of the island. But apparently and allegedly, the past 6 weeks, the Montague Bay has had an average of 35 plus sailboats anchored in the Bay Area, just off from the beach near fishing conch stores. Now, the questions that came up are valid to me. I appreciate that things may be going on in Montague, that all those sailboats go out there. That's awesome if there's something going on. But there are questions to be asked. If they're going to be all in that area of the fishing conch stores, all right, here's a question that the person, the texter had for me. Naughty, what about the human waste going from these boats right in the water, and I'm sure of it washing into the shore and in that area where they serve the fish? Something must be done. It's a time bomb just waiting for an outbreak of sorts. An outbreak of what? But yeah, I know what you're getting at. Additionally, the anchors are just raking up the bottom. Do we care about the environment, or is that just the talk of the day? So yeah. That's one right there. Still got a bunch of handicapped parking violators as well. I know you're wrong for that. You're tremendously wrong for that. And it's all over. And the coldness of it is beyond me. Let's get to the phone lines. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Howdy, this is GNN.
All right, GNN. What's on it?
The last person who call or who text,
Yeah.
they talking utter nonsense.
I know
when
you got
I call the
receipts.
radio station, I don't call on hot air. I speak truth to power, and I speak from experience.
Now, I just had a
was
text
put
to just
aside.
chime in and say, hey, Naughty, the first caller wasn't telling the facts. It's worse than what he made it sound out to be. So there you go.
Listen, I was pushed aside twice for gunshot victims, and when the question to the nurse, the amount of time, they said, well, gunshot victims take priority. All the doctors in the A&Es go running, and the nurses. Tell the caller, stop talking nonsense. I'm talking from experience, place-on experience. I don't call this radio show talking stupidness. I can't talk good as Seattle and them, but I talk truth to power when I call.
Use the GNN, brother.
Huh?
You the GNN. Don't watch nothing.
I don't have nothing to gain by lying on PMH, and they know the horror stories would come into that place. They know it. So stop calling, talking nonsense. Probably a damn PLP. Sorry for...
Anyway, have a good one there, GNN. Keep your pressure down, man. Be safe, brother. Bless. Let's get to the next call. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this? Turn your radio down for me, please.
Hello.
Hello, yeah, turn your radio down for me.
It's down, boy.
All right, Bucket Mouth, Ratchet Jaw, Goblet Monster. What you got for me today?
No.
Brown Bottle Consumer. What's happening? Sparky, we had you now. We lost you. Call me back, Sparky. Your minute's run out. Naughty, are they paying dockage? I've heard those same reports about all those sailboats in the Montague Bay. Are they paying dockage? That's a good question. Could somebody enlighten me on what kind? Are they local sloops or are they like foreign sailboats? Enlighten me a little bit. I'm getting in my mind the picture of sailboats, but where are they from? Are they local? Are they foreign? What type are they? For context. Catamarans. Ah, okay. Naughty. Who is Brittany Harris? Is she a PLP general? I know Brittany to be an activist, and all the time I've known Brittany, she's been an activist. I know she might have formerly been a card carrier in PLP, but like so many, has been become disgruntled with that operation. I think she's become more about country than anything else from what I know of her. She's appeared on the show before. So from that, I mean, you'd have to ask her personally if she's a general or not. I can't comment on that. I can't answer that. But I know what she's done for like, you know, community work and philanthropic work for numerous causes. So, yeah, like I say, you'll have to ask her that. But I know there's a to-do going on. And unfortunately, right now, until I get total clarification on what exactly has transpired, I can't really comment on it. All right? But I'm sure when I do get the actual factual, that we can talk about it, we will. Let's get to the phone lines. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this? Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this? We got him back there, Mr. Producer? We got that caller, Mr. Producer. We good or?
It's good, buddy.
All right, what you got for me, Sparky?
No, right here, because I know you ain't on your sports show yet.
No.
Yeah, I know, but I was calling them because it's like you and probably them, all y'all get your calls wrongly.
For what?
No. All y'all was good. Y'all know so much about. I didn't get the sports.
Sparky. Hold on.
Get your sports right.
Yeah, but hold on, Sparky. I'm sure you predicted at one point in time the PLP was going to win an election and they didn't, so it ain't like you perfect.
But what I'm saying, but your side show money, some sports enthusiasts, you always get everything wrong because you always pick nothing right.
Sparky, where were you when I went 197 and 75, 179 and 75 for the season and finished second in the Guardian picks?
Where
were you? No, Sparky. Sparky. Where were you last week when I went 4-0, Sparky?
Yeah, but you're...
No, but where were you? I know at the bottom of a brown bottle. That's
Super
what.
Bowl. Sparky picked. I picked the two people who could be in the Super Bowl, and I'm right.
And you got about 5 brown bottles too many before the game, and you go sleep
No
right
way,
through
look
it.
here. And one fella come around here yesterday, sit down, we sit on the airport eating juju. The fella bring me a cake, and me and him pick it right. Me, Dr. Basil Sad say it was going to be these fellas who could be there on the 11th.
All right.
Now, who going to win?
We'll talk about that for the next 2 weeks because the game ain't for another 2 weeks.
Man, you know, the Pro Bowl ain't nobody. They just go there to play around and mess
No,
around,
exactly.
try to get injured. But anyway, let's get ready for the Super Bowl, everybody.
Go finish your case of brown bottles, Sparky. Thank you for chiming in. Naughty could not be. Yachty's coming in from bad weather. All right, yeah, but still, are they paying docket? I don't care if they're coming in for bad weather or not. I appreciate that, but, pay a little docket. Give a little something. Naughty, that hospital, man, my kid's enemy go there. My regret is when the kid's ambulance came, I told them PMH instead of the other one. My mom sat on A&E for 3 days when she was finally admitted to the ward. They didn't have any Vaseline. Her lips were so dry they were swollen and bruised. No blanket. They put a piece of cut-up mattress top on her. I have photos as proof. She was diabetic, and they were still giving her food diabetics should not have. I can go on and on. Sadly, she passed away a few days after being admitted to a ward. I still wake up with nightmares. Sorry for your loss. I know what it's like to lose your mother. I do. So I feel your pain there. Text her. Everybody has like an individual horror story. And again, I'm sure people have great stories about care they've received. But others have horror stories. And it's got to inevitably, like I say, where there's smoke, there's fire. So we need some proper investigations going on because too many people are hitting me up. Too many people have a story. I know who this texter is, but I can call your name. But yeah, no, neither administration has built a new hospital in 50 years. Boy, I knew you'd look for an opportunity at that end. Hey, anyway, here's what we'll do. We check the text lines again. Naughty PMH sees hundreds of patients every day. Every institution has their bad apples, public and private, but many patients are seen professionally, efficiently, and effectively. But we only hear the few bad stories, but people love negativity. It's only common sense to see a gunshot wound as priority over minor issues. We do not ask the profession of the victim before initiating treatment. Well, prior to you texting, I think I was saying almost the same thing. But seems like you in the loop up there. Answer me this. You got a gunshot wound and you got a full cardiac arrest. Who you enlighten me? Because I don't think full cardiac arrest is minor. I'm just saying. And I get the urgency of treating a gunshot victim. I do. And I support it. But I'd also like to know other people with critical needs. I'm talking, all right, I got food poisoning, I got diarrhea, I got cramps, maybe I got, no, I'm talking about, I feel like I'm having a heart attack, I feel like I'm having a stroke, should have some sort of priority up there as well. Why should you pay dockage fees if you are not docked anywhere? You are literally anchored out in water. But what about a cruising fee? Since you got anchor in the open waters. Pay something. Good day, Naughty. I'm live at PMH. Well, good afternoon, PMH. What's happening? Hope all y'all doing well. All right, PMH. Yeah, I'm live at PMH. All we've been hearing is negativity about PMH for 6+ years. You treat the full cardiac arrest if the gunshot wounds vitals are stable. All right, texter. And since you're there, ask whoever's the head surgeon. Okay, whatever. Enlighten me now, because I like to be live in a moment. The gunshot victims' vitals aren't stable. Who are you still treating? What do you do with a cardiac arrest victim then if the gunshot wound victim vitals aren't stable? What happens to the cardiac arrest? It's good today, boy. PMH will serve the gunshot wound going under cardiac arrest first. Naughty, don't let them tell you no lie. Those Filipino nurses give the best service at the hospitals. You flip a coin. Stop being funny, Texter. Stop being funny, all right? Say flip a coin. Good afternoon, Naughty. On the news some time ago, they said that Atlantis wanted to have boats diverted in that area and requested permission that was denied. I don't know what happened since that time. All right, let me follow up on that. This is getting interesting about that Montague situation out there. All right. Medical patients come in, the patients are triaged or categorized based on many issues. There are a team of doctors in the A&E, and 2 or 3 patients come in that are critical. One team sees one, and the other team sees the other. If needs to be, more doctors are called in. Thank you, Texter. I appreciate that for the breakdown. I almost want to say thank you, Doc. I just got a feeling. But anyway, well, if the healthcare is so good here, why does every prime minister go to Florida instead of the local hospitals? Good question. Ask them. Let's go to these calls. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Audie, how you doing?
I'm doing. Who's this?
It's obvious they don't care about health care. But for decades now, that hospital was in the condition that it is in. You know?
And for decades, I've been hearing stories.
I feel like they can't make a difference or try to do some improvement until they, not so much as build a new hospital, but put that up to par. They could utilize these clinics. So these clinics is just like a mini hospital. They can hire sufficient doctors, put sufficient nurses in there, and just leave that open 24/7. So when those gunshot wounds come in, they could sort of, the ambulance could transfer some of those persons there. Because even when there ain't no trauma, that hospital's been a mess. So I can only imagine when there's someone coming with a gunshot, everything I get stopped. Everything stopped. You know, you could be breathing lifeless, and they just leave you and wait for, you know, or if they change and shift. This is how I remembered when, you know, back in the day. And I don't think anything changed. Still hearing those same stories. Something. They just don't want to. They don't care. You know?
Wow.
That's
I mean,
I don't think they care enough. The health care is very serious. Too much needed people died who didn't have to in that same hospital. So I feel like they need to utilize those clinics 24/7. What they open them for? Open them up until they resolve the problem to the hospital. That don't make sense.
yeah, I mean, that's a good idea. But now you gotta see if the right people pick it up and try to run with it, because
This is a good idea. Why they ain't thought about it yet? If it's such a good idea, how come they can't think about that? Then when it's
I'm saying if you
COVID,
wanna have a legacy as a good administration, you might want to put healthcare where it's readily available to the citizenry. And sometimes, due to where people live on the island, it takes a minute to get to the hospital.
Because during COVID time, they used to utilize
Right.
those clinics.
But
They utilize part of some of the hotels. So we're in crisis right now. You ever been in that hospital, like, on a certain time?
knock on wood, not really to be taken care of, thank Jesus, but I've seen some things.
And people all over the place. You know, all over the place. There's no order there. One time I took a neighbor there inside the area where you wait. They got this big bucket catching water, Naughty.
Oh,
to
Lord.
see them, like, you know, what kind of nonsense you imagine bringing gas or tourists there? They're having to look at, you know.
Not a good look. I appreciate you chiming in, man. I got to get to these other calls, but good stuff as always. Appreciate you. Let's get to the other calls. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
It was popping, Naughty. I can't wait to talk football. But listen, I'm not going to be euphemistic, and I'm sorry if I offend anybody, but I'm tired of ignoramuses in as far as it relates to the medical paradigm, calling and commenting on what condition or what is going on at the hospital. So in ignorance, I won't accept anything they're saying, but I know my schoolmate is absolutely correct. And so the fact that the gentleman called and said a young lady has died, it doesn't surprise me. See, what I'm saying is, Naughty, to the average person, the lack of knowledge in this particular paradigm leads to your unconsciousness about what is good health care versus what is not. So I don't want to hear an ignoramus comment on what they think is good health care. Now, for me, right, here are a few problems. The place is too confined, and your patients too close to one another, a pathogenic paradise altogether. The air-conditioned system with the molds, et cetera, all these different things I can see. And people just, and firstly, and thirdly, let's remember it has a triage. And the reason for the triage is self-explanatory. To analyze who needs care at what time and rate. Now, I'm an A&E superstar because I was wearing a catheter for like about 8 months straight. I started to get a change every 6 weeks. And so I went there one night, and this Indian doctor placed it in after Dr. Robbie and Stephen Stenton was doing it for so many times. I knew when it was actually in because I could feel when it was inserted properly. And this Indian doctor was convincing me that it was in properly. And when I used the bathroom, the pain I was in, I knew. So I tell him, I said, you could be whatever, but my body's smarter than you and anyone in this doctor. My body's saying, Ray. And I didn't go anywhere until he corrected it. So I've had nurses inserted catheters in which I saw some young intern doctors couldn't even do it, okay? So I'm not going to be, when you go in there with no knowledge, you're like bad. You better go in there armed with some knowledge on your condition or your body. Otherwise, he's a buffoon. Now, comment as to what Dr. Darwell isn't doing, or what he's not. I wouldn't comment on him, but I know he's at the head, so the blame stops at him because he's supposed to have a general overview. I heard that he's a general practitioner, so for me, this means that he should be all around it, okay? So I go by what I experienced. I almost died on the ward myself about 10 years ago. I almost had to walk up the ward to go in A&E. And I hate to say that, but, it was in, some nurses, everybody have a different attitude. The nurse told me I need to take 2 Panadol and go sleep. But if I was a dummy and didn't realize that my catheter was not draining, then I would end up with a blood clot or some other kidney problem. You see what I'm saying? Or just my kidney would have burst. Yeah, so I can't be into people, and knowledge is key. You could go in there, play all you want, say all you want. I have no reason to call and lie, but like I say, my heart's off to the lady who lose her life. And we could hear from baby mothers who had babies in the hospital, the darlings of our lives, and hear just the horror stories. And the fact that the government is it's not the matter of, the woman talk about the A&E, the new foyer area on the eastern side, the northern side of the hospital. But that is a better space than A&E because at least the people are more spaced out. But then, obviously, some of the Philippines, they pay more attention to you. It's kind of mixed in there. But sometimes I respect the nurses because I realize sometimes I see what they go through with some of the patients. But to sit in A&E and to be neglected, as a matter of fact, you forget I told you my mom-in-law died just before the Christmas, right?
Right, you mentioned that.
All right. And so they hadn't paid any attention to her until she started to vomit. So her daughter had carried there. They pushed her in the corner, and then she ended up pushing out of this life. So for me now, I'm so disenfranchised with the life and healthcare system. If I didn't have my young children, but this is my joke. Death is the first day and the beginning of all our lives, okay? Yeah, and maybe you should have played hospital, cemetery, or jail before you came on Junior Reid. Bless up, yeah.
All right, man, bless up. All right, good stuff, y'all. We got to get to the break. Let me get these 2 texts in. Naughty, Naughty, the Ram Memorial Hospital is the worst. We really need a new hospital in Grand Bahama. Naughty, it would be great to utilize the clinics, but previous administrations have set up situations where the staffing complement of not only the clinics but the hospital as well has been adversely affected. Money, manpower, materials, and information drive. Any project healthcare is no different. What we lack in this country is manpower, money, materials. We have all the information that speaks to the lack of, or the lack thereof, of these 3 prerequisites. So we got what it takes, but we just got it organized in shambles. All right, I'm glad you drink Carice or Caress, whatever that is. I drink Jack Daniels. Thanks for sharing. All right, man. Let's get to this last call real quick. And Quali, you got to make it quick. You got 30 seconds. We got to get to the break. Talking heads. Who's this?
Naughty, very quick before you go to the break. How many people got the education what 52 got? 52 tell us everything but chemistry and everything. He shared to us, but how many people in the Bahamas got the information that he has?
That's a good question, Sparky. I got to ask him the next time he calls, all right? How many people in the Bahamas got as many brown bottles as you have, Sparky? Anyway, with that being said, good stuff for us hour. Quick break, flip side of the break. We'll get into the news. On the flip side of the news, we'll be in the 5 o'clock hour. We'll be talking sports. Keep it right where you got it. The Monday, January 29th edition of Talking Heads continues right after this.
This is Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Play with Island Games, we making dreams come true. Play with Island Games, we paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market, you getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy, and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first, guaranteed to pay. Island Games, we like them other jokers. We've been here from the start, from the bike to computer. Island Games, we gonna make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
Just because they were cheap, Keisha bought things that she really didn't want. Hungry for deals? Let KFC satisfy your cravings before you do something crazy. Get the new Kentucky Crunch Sandwich with a juicy KFC chicken filet, fresh lettuce, and the perfect amount of mayo topped with a fluffy sesame seed bun for just $5.75. Order your new favorite sandwich online with Messenger or WhatsApp Hi to 557-3663 to start your KFC order today. KFC knows value. It's finger-licking good.
John's Department Store January sale has begun, and you don't want to miss out on our greatest savings event of the year. 25% off all items, appliances included, except Timberland and Sperry brand items, which are 15% off. And don't forget our nursing, hospitality, and chef uniform store, John's Carewear, as well as our women's fashion store, John's Fast Fashion, which is also 25% off everything. Whatever your footwear and fashion needs, come into John's in Palmdale or Carmichael Road this January 27th through February 3rd to start the year off right. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs, means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
Struggling to repay your loan? Let us help you get back on track with payment terms that suits your financial situation and improve your credit score and credit report with the Bahamas Credit Bureau. Inquire about our restructured loans today. Call us at 356-7764.
Refined style with elegant taste. Divine threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, Divine threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video. Wanna step out and look great? Divine threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste. Divine threads is your place. Is your place. Is your place.
Just because they were on sale, Max bought things that he and his friend really didn't need. Hungry for deals? Let KFC satisfy your cravings before you do something crazy. Get a KFC 6-piece value deal with 6 pieces of juicy fried chicken, 3 orders of crispy fries, and 3 buttery biscuits, all for only $20. Order your new favorite deal online with Messenger or WhatsApp Hi to 557-3663 to start your KFC order today. Nobody does value like KFC, and it's finger-licking good.
just a rabbi, sold I to the merchant ships. Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit, but my hand was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We forward in this generation triumphantly. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever have, redemption songs, redemption songs. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Ooh, some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever have, redemption songs, redemption songs, redemption songs. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Oh, have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them are gonna stop at the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Yes, some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever have, redemption songs. All I ever have, redemption songs. These songs of freedom, songs of freedom.
Tired of banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We are now inviting passengers on board for the new JetBlue CIBC First Caribbean credit card. Earn up to 30,000 bonus TrueBlue points with your first transaction and earn on everyday purchases. Plus, get up to 10,000 anniversary bonus points every year after. Please fasten your seatbelts and prepare for takeoff. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/JetBlue for more information on where Blue can take you.
John's Department Store January sale has begun, and you don't want to miss out on our greatest savings event of the year. 25% off all items, appliances included, except Timberland and Sperry brand items, which are 15% off. And don't forget our nursing, hospitality, and chef uniform store, John's Carewear, as well as our women's fashion store, John's Fast Fashion, which is also 25% off everything. Whatever your footwear and fashion, on Carmichael Road this January 27th through February 3rd to start the year off right. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We are now inviting passengers on board for the new JetBlue CIBC First Caribbean credit card. Earn up to 30,000 bonus TrueBlue points with your first transaction and earn on everyday purchases. Plus, get up to 10,000 anniversary bonus points every year after. Please fasten your seatbelts and prepare for takeoff. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/JetBlue for more information on where Blue can take you.
We're back at you on the Monday, January 29th edition of Talking Heads. You got to look out for Pearly, man. Pearly trying to zoom in any moment. Keep an eye out for Pearly. Let's get him in on this conversation. And
yeah, man, zoom in now. Don't forget to zoom in now, Pearly. Don't zoom out.
And listen.
Don't zoom out now.
I know. Boy, the mouth hard now.
Oh, don't zoom out now. Well, you had so much to say.
Why would I zoom out?
No, but Pearly, I'll be honest with you now. I had conversations with the young man during the game. Mm-hmm. The mouth is significantly harder now than it was in the first 3.5 quarters of that game yesterday.
All I said was keep the same energy.
He was dropping bricks like crazy and worried. But your mouth can be hard, you win. At the end of the day, you win. You have a right to have your hard mouth. You have a right. But I know you were afraid.
I wasn't afraid. I was a bit more afraid last week, I wasn't afraid this week. Big up to the Niner Nation group out there, the Bang Bang Niner Nation group as well.
Hey, but I can be honest with you. He's saying that now, but we had some good conversation. He realized some of the errors of the ways of his team. Steve Wilkes not too high on any 49er list today. A lot of people got issues with your defensive coordinator today.
Plenty.
And not a good time to have issues with your defensive coordinator with Mahomie the homie looming on the horizon.
Yeah, that's fine. That's the worst rush defense in the NFL.
I have newfound respect for Mahomes.
Listen.
I have newfound respect for Purdy too now. Don't get it wrong. I have respect for Purdy, but I have some really newfound respect for Mahomes.
I'll be honest with you.
I ain't never counting him out till he loses.
We'll get into this conversation, but I was dumbfounded yesterday. I wanted to know how the Dallas Cowboys snuck into the Baltimore Ravens locker room, put on their uniform, and played the AFC Championship game. I want to know, because that's the kind of ish Dallas pulls.
Yeah, all the time.
And at the same time, I wonder how Mike McCarthy shapeshifted and took the form of Dan Campbell, because, he made some McCarthy, what kind of calls yesterday.
Well, see,
I don't know what caused you.
I got. First of all, I got a number for Dan Campbell. It's called 1-800-Gamblers Anonymous.
Yeah.
They will get you the help you need. And second of all, the first one, I don't mind the gamble on the fourth down. I don't mind that gamble on the first one, Pearly. All right? Because you're playing with house money, then you're still up.
You still got a lead. Yeah, all these good things.
When the issues hit the fan and you see momentum coming, right? And you still got a puncher's chance and you still in it, you kick the field goal. It makes it a 7-point game.
It does.
It changes the complexion of San Francisco's approach, because now it's not run the clock out. Make them get no. Now it's we gotta get down here, we gotta score, and then if you do
get
score,
the ball back.
Come back down and say all we need is a field goal to win the game.
Right, not a problem.
On a football analysis, on a straight up football analysis, both of you gentlemen are very much correct. I agree, 100%. But two things I'm going to look at.
Go on.
Detroit has played like that all season. That is how they got there.
I just going to say that. That's exactly how they play
ball.
They
got there.
They don't know other way to play ball.
They don't know other way to play. Second of all, if he had missed that field goal, you know what he'd be saying right now? Oh, he's go for 4th and 2. Why he ain't going for 4th and 2? We would have been saying that. The analytics, and I'm not a believer of analytics, but I'm going to throw this out. The analytics was 0.2% a difference as to whether he should have kicked it or go for the 4th thing up. So I don't have a problem with him going for the 4th down play, because that is what he has always done. If he had nailed that, not a play call I have a question on. But if he had nailed that, it would have broke the momentum, and they would have talked about a great play.
Because then at that point, see, like hindsight is 20/20, so we can look at it now and say, oh, maybe he should have kicked the field goal,
Yes.
But had they gotten it, we'd say, well, that's the good old Lions. That's what got them there when they
No, he's been a gambler all the way through. He did it against Dallas. The lineman, didn't check in correctly, but it is what it is.
He did check in correctly, but anyway, that's neither here nor there.
That's what he does, and I had no problem.
We read over that 50 million times, okay? But anyway, at the end, though.
What? Next year, if he has that same opportunity, he'll go for it again.
Yeah, probably will.
Yeah, man. He ain't gonna
maybe not one, maybe not all 2 times, but at least 1 out of the 2.
And let's not forget, we also missed a field goal now.
For it when they was on like the 22-yard line one time.
Yeah. Let's get to the phone lines real quick. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this? Talking Heads. Hello.
Hey, gentlemen, how y'all doing?
Hey, buddy.
What's happening?
Yeah, Eric Saw, congratulations.
Hey, let me just extend the most auspicious Niner welcome to you this week.
This Muffet.
Yes. Yeah, Mafrolia.
Hey,
but Mr. Sawyer.
Yeah.
On Eric's show, I did tell you if Brady didn't get injured last year, he'd have been in the Super Bowl.
We'd have won the ring last year.
I like Brady, and I like Brady, but I had to pull against you because you call us the Sardines too much. So I had to pull against your team. I can't, but I have a lot of respect for Brady. When Jimmy gone down last year, Brady only had 4 snaps in an NFL game.
Thank you.
And Brady run off 10 straight.
Starting with yours.
Gone in the postseason and then hit the helmet and mess up his hand. But to come off with the start, he was the last draft pick. Jarrett was the first draft pick, and he beat the first. So I have, like Brady say, I have a lot of respect for Brock.
Thank you.
Respect. I have a lot of respect for Brock.
Listen.
And like I say,
Naughty calls Brock a perfect system quarterback, which he is. But yesterday, he showed us that wasn't a system quarterback, and he did yesterday.
That's what I just tell Naughty. I just tell Naughty the same thing.
Well, in the second half, but not in the first half.
Yeah, in the second half, but it counted the most. He brought them back.
You got to look at the whole body of work, though.
60 minutes is 60 minutes. Look at the body of work.
At the end of the day, you got to look at both halves of football. So that's why I still say he ain't elite yet.
Well, the first half was
poking
poking
in the game last week and come back in the game yesterday, man. They deserve to go to the Super Bowl, man.
But for people to have the audacity to say, like, that Purdy is better than, like, a Troy Aikman because Troy is a game manager,
but he have to prove himself up to get that. If he get that piece of jewelry, then you'll
Then you know what we can do? We can move the goalposts and we can say, oh, Troy Aikman have 3 rings. He only have 1.
No. He could be in the club because he got 1. Now, if you want to check as to which level of the club or which seating you got in the club, it's the ring.
So, Mr. Sawyer.
Now, but let me ask you this. Until Purdy's on his way ascending in the ranks of great 49er quarterbacks, I think he is a very strong Jeff Garcia right now on his way to possibly Steve Young or Joe Montana status, depending on what he does in the Super Bowl.
That's what he's doing in a year and a half. But
right now he's still Jeff Garcia, great game manager, and gets you into the playoffs.
So Naughty, this a replay of the 2020 Super Bowl, right?
Correct.
4 years ago, right?
Correct.
They did the same 2 teams, right?
Correct.
And who won that game?
And you see what the results was?
Yeah.
Kansas City won.
Up by 10 with 9 minutes left. We went to bed.
With 9, but I get with you all this lot, Mr. Sawyer. I get with, like I say, Mahomes got 2 rings.
I finally made a believe with you. I finally made a believe with you.
Andy Reid was the coach for you.
Yeah,
you said was the coach. Andy was the quarterback.
Kyle Shanahan was the coach too.
Andy Reid
was the coach. Yeah, and they got beaten.
Jimmy G ain't the quarterback.
No, but hold on. That's the same Andy Reid who's 27-3 all time, and you give him 2 weeks to prepare for an opponent.
Yeah, but see, giving him 2 weeks to prepare for an opponent.
I like that.
And that's the same.
That's the same. Yeah, that's the same. Patrick Mahomes who got that wild and crazy.
That's the same thing as saying that a good receiver can catch a ball.
But when time to win, they know how to win. And they know how to come from behind, and they know.
And they got
they can keep their eye on the prize.
They got a little Rudy. They got a little Rudy Tomjanovich to him right now, man.
Right.
Never underestimate the heart of a champion.
Yeah, that's all well and good. They in the 6th seed.
Lamar Jackson can't all like James Harden now, man. He's choking the big
No. Look, Lamar had his moment, but at the end of the day,
Flowers celebrating like that? You ain't in the game yet. You ain't make a touchdown. What you thought? What you get? 15 yards on the Taunton goal.
Flowers.
You'd have been 5 yards from the end zone.
Flowers has won me multiple fantasy championships this year. He's been on 3 teams that won. He's a great rookie. He's one of my pet dogs.
That's a rookie mistake.
Yeah, one of my pet dogs in the rookie class. I really like Zay Flowers. I'll be honest with you.
Zay Flowers is trying to be a star.
Rookie exuberance. He was trying to take that moment and seize the moment, all right? The taunting was absolute foolishness. I don't condone that.
Foolishness, man.
The play at the goal line, he was trying to be a star. The defensive back made a good play.
Yeah, and you all fellas trying to get an offside call. You don't mow nobody down. Get the offside call. Just step out. That's all.
All right, Muff. Good talking to you, brother. Be safe, man.
Okay, yeah, man.
Yeah, but like I said.
Hey, don't forget now, we also miss a field goal, you know. Don't forget that. We also miss a field goal.
I want to get something in there. Okay. And I know you're happy that the 49ers did well and you made that comeback. I don't know if the 49ers won that game or Detroit lost that game. And I'll say why I say that.
Oh, good point,
Detroit got away from what they normally do.
Run the football.
The 49ers can't stop the run. They can't stop the run. And Detroit ran six or eight run plays in the whole second half.
You know why we can't stop the run? You know why we can't stop the run? Our defensive coordinator is a former defensive backs coach.
And with
he
that,
don't believe in stopping the run.
With that being said, I just want to welcome everybody to the party and introduce Senores y Senores, Senor Pacheco.
That's fine. Pacheco.
You gotta watch out for him.
Listen, the Chiefs have the worst rush defense in the NFL.
Pardon?
The Chiefs have the worst defense in the NFL.
And like I told you off air, look back at the last 6 weeks and then look back at yesterday. The number one ranked rush offense in the NFL, the Baltimore Ravens, got stymied by Spagnuolo and the Kansas City defense.
They don't have our rush.
Spagnuolo has been to the ball not once and not twice against the Patriots with a lesser team in the New York Giants and been to the cave and slew the mighty dragon twice.
That is true. That is true. That is also true.
That was more than Lamar Jackson. That was bad play calling because Baltimore got away from what they did all season.
But you never know what he might have.
Like Lamar was afraid to run.
Let's go to the phone lines. They hot today, fellas. Let's go. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Sports time now. Sparky, good talk now.
Oh, Lord. Hurry up, Sparky.
Hey,
you done talk Sparky. You done talk sports in the last hour.
What I don't like, but y'all is always Monday morning coaches. And all of y'all pick everything wrong, including, I've been telling you, now everybody got every answer, every player, every coach, what school they been to, what kindergarten
But Sparky,
at the end of the day.
You can't blame us if we talk sports like how you talk politics and how you backtrack and talk out of three sides of your mouth for politics, so don't get mad at me.
No, hold on, y'all talk sports, you know everything, but at the end of the day, all of y'all wrong, and Sparky, you don't talk sports. Got everything right.
Good.
How I wrong, Sparky? I say we get in the Super Bowl, ain't we there?
Hold on. I'm a Steelers fan. I told you I'll be wrong.
Let me say this.
Sparky, you just talk everything.
Sorry, Sparky. Go ahead, Burley.
You can say what you want to say about us. People like Stephen A. Smith, who making $8 to $10 million a year, got it wrong too. So
he got it dead wrong. He got it dead wrong.
I don't know, and I did say in my analysis, I say if Deebo Samuel does not play and is not effective, the 49ers can't win. Didn't Deebo play and wasn't he effective?
I had the closest segment. I had the closest as to how he's gonna beat the Lions. I said 30-27. He's gonna beat the Lions. I said that.
I said
okay, 3 points.
I said 31-30. They ended up 34-31, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's go to the phone lines. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this?
Yeah, this me, man. Sawyer, Naughty, and Burley, right? Burley's my boy. Burley's my prophet too, man. Burley wasn't off that bad, but Naughty, I said 38-31.
Okay.
Well, you get the 31 correct.
Nah, Burley, I was laughing when you told Sawyer the truth, right? He was scared. He was shaking, right?
Who? Go on, talk to me.
I left home for a little while, so I went out. I think it was 24 to... Anyway,
24-7, 24-7, yeah.
And then I came back. No, but I think your Kansas City was on top of yours. It was 24-7.
Not Kansas City, Detroit, but go on.
And when I came back, you was tied.
Yeah.
And I went out and make a dash, and I come back, and I saw you all 34-24.
Yeah.
So my brother said, "Wow, this coming." But I watched the game now. Now, what I thought was, I think they cheated you all on some calls, but I was Marvin, you all missed the field goal, but I feel that your defense collapsed. I don't think you all have a defense against the run. So when I look at it, this is where me and you separate now, because I can go with the AFC. But when I look at it, Lamar them game right now, the fella say he think Lamar's choke up. That game wasn't really Lamar's fault. It was a compilation of problem. But one thing I did get mad with Lamar for was with the 3rd and 1.
Yeah.
He threw the ball.
Yeah, all year you've been running that
the
play.
interception. You see, I couldn't see them doing the 3rd and 1. Exactly. And then the rookie quarterback, who I don't know what he did. Why would he poke? Why do you have a habit of holding the ball out like that? That's a style, Purdy. That doesn't make sense.
No, a lot of
you know what? You know about the fumble on the goal line.
He was trying to. He was really close to breaking the play.
Yeah, but we could give Sawyer boy his time, right? But don't think the AFC, the Chiefs, can be a pushover because I mean,
but that Mahomes.
I mean, you always protect the. But to me, once I see Mahomes being protected, you can't win. You can't beat him. So I don't know what's gonna happen. So I don't know. You can predict that.
Yeah. Well, we had ourselves a good on practice run having a sack golf because with Bosa spin him around and just throw him down to the ground. Don't fall on top of him. Don't hit him with no helmet. Don't hit him in the face. Don't hit him in the nuts. Don't hit him in the neck. Don't hit him in the kneecap. Just spin him around, throw him down, and walk back politely. Don't taunt. Don't flex your muscles. Don't do nothing against baby Brady. Don't do nothing. Now, the problem with our defense is this. I can tell you what our problem with our defense is. We so used to playing from a lead. We ain't ordered this stuff to deal with a rushing attack because everything is passing with us. But you got to pass against us in order to play catch up. And the lead be so insurmountable that when you make mistakes, when we come with those off-the-wall blitzes that you don't see coming, and those stunts coming off the line, then and what you left with is to pass the ball into space, into the area, because we are a very good zone defensive team. You pass into the area, and it's an easy pick. I so miss Ufanga right now, but you have no idea, boy. But that's baby Troy Polamalu right there. I miss him. He'll be back next year, and that's fine. He got an ACL tear. Not to mention, but the Chiefs have an ACL tear now to worry about. Umenu going now. That's a big cog in their defensive front.
Yeah, that's a big loss.
That's a big loss, but nobody talking about that. Everybody saying Purdy's a game manager. We luck out and we rub down and boy, Dan Campbell.
Let me tell you something, man.
If he get
around Chris Jones,
that's how he plays ball.
If he survived Chris Jones this weekend for 4 quarters and he win it, then I give him his props. But right now,
listen, if you're gonna come down and say that's one call by Dan,
Chris
Dan
Jones
Campbell
versus Trent Williams, who you got? Chris Jones versus Trent Williams, who you got?
Nice matchup. That's a 50-50. That's a nice matchup, 50-50 right there.
Okay.
I think Jones.
You think Jones beat Trent Williams?
I got a thing for big left tackle offensive linemen that smash people in the mouth. So.
I would say Trent. Anybody else?
Pass defense or run defense? Which one is Chris better at? Pass or run defense?
Much better at pass defense.
Thank you. Much better at
but
pass defense.
He clogs up against the run, but he's better at pass.
He can clog up, but once we run bubble screens, we'll be all right.
Let's go to the phone lines. Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Who's this? Talking Heads. All right, you can call us back since we didn't get to you fast enough. I just think it's going to be an interesting Super Bowl. I do. The final 14 today, Pearly, is Rich Eisen, and Rich got a great take. And Rich says, he's breaking down why it's inevitable that we're looking at another Kansas City Super Bowl win. And I think probably Rich them buying a narrative that's really floating around. And I'm looking at it,
I've heard the baby Brady narrative.
You guys are poised to win one for the first time in 30 years. He's poised to win his 3rd in 6.
That's correct. And guess what?
Yeah,
we got the team this year to finally do it.
Did they already build him as the GOAT?
You all had the team to do it when you all was up by 10 and you all messed your pants.
That was
4 years ago. But I'm just saying though that at that point in time,
government has changed so much from then. Things have changed.
Ooh,
not the fact that y'all ain't won a Super Bowl in 30 years though. That ain't changed.
Hey, listen, us not winning a Super Bowl. Let's not get ourselves distracted from the fact that y'all ain't even been there in 30 years.
No, but the problem is, you're just a bigger fraud as us. You're just a little more crueler fraud than we are to our fans. You're a more maniacal, masochistic, sick, disgusting. Let me tell you what you are.
But the lights turned off in New Orleans.
Dallas is the kind of dude.
That's how Baltimore get
you all turn the lights off. That's what y'all get. See, let me tell you who Dallas is. Dallas is, we're going to meet you at the bar. We're going to greet you. We're going to buy you 2 cocktails. And that's it. First round playoff, divisional playoff, done. Y'all are, we meet you in the club, we buy you the rounds, we get you dinner, we dance, I take you for chicken in a bag, we get the hotel, motel, we get down to business, and right before the business start, firework wet. You embarrassed, they disappointed, and that's all you are. Last to lose.
Well, I mean, hopefully.
We lost early in the night at the bar after 2 drinks. You lost at the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. Yeah, you lost at the most grandiose time. So
hopefully.
All you all are is a bigger fraud than I soon call you all the 49ers when you all lose this one.
All we have to do is stick to our game plan, and we could Captain Morgan this in the morning.
If you all been as an old, disgusting, hated rival, I give you your props for getting sick. It took you long enough. Because if y'all get one, I mean, we can get one soon, too.
Uh-huh.
That's how this thing go. But right now, I really think the NFL working hard for baby Brady. I don't know what you think, Pearly, but I see that hand right now on the wall.
Yeah, they working very hard. Let me tell you what they did.
They already said that he's the GOAT, and they said if he wins this one, he'll be considered the greatest quarterback of all time.
Not over Brady, but are you stupid? Not you, but are they stupid? Jesus, did I just defend Brady, Pearly?
Listen.
My God.
You just defended Brady on national radio?
Let me somebody take my temperature, check my pulse.
Jeez.
No, but if you
go to
look
commercial
at
break
it,
and game this
if you look at it, how many Super Bowls Brady got?
7. With 2 teams.
How many he been to?
11.
10.
10. Yeah,
He lost 3.
Yeah, 10 he lost.
And how many years?
Bro, it don't matter.
In the league, 20 years.
20
But
years.
that's one every 2 years.
One every 2 years.
Okay. How long Mahomes been in the league?
7.
I ain't been
I know he's playing for the last. This is six playoff appearance.
6 and an AFC championship game. 6 straight AFC championship games.
Yeah,
All right,
4 Super
then.
Bowls.
6 straight AFC championship game, and this if he wins, his
Lost 1 to the
Super Bowl
Patriots
title,
and 1 to the Bengals. The other 4 he's won and gone to the Super Bowl, and he's 3-1 in the Super Bowl.
And the odds are
3-1.
No, 2-1.
2-1.
2-1 in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He's been to 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
So hold on.
This
is his 6th. No, this is 6th trip now. So up until then, it was 5 trips, and he won. Yeah, he lost to Brady. He lost to Burrow and the Bengals, and he won the other 3 times. Yeah, 3 Super Bowls.
No,
2 went.
3 AFC championships, you mean?
Yeah, and then 3 trips to the Super Bowl.
But that's the 4th AFC championship game.
Right, and the 4th trip. Yeah,
4 trip. Yeah, 4 out of 6.
Out of 6.
Yeah.
But 3 out of 5 so far, and 2 out of the 3. So he's 2-1 in the Super Bowl. Poised to be 3-1.
He could possibly be 3-1. You only know he's doing what Brady has done. If he continues in this track.
But you got to get 7 in order to be in the GOAT conversation, Pearly.
That's the thing with Brady. Brady going to extend it so much now, bro. If you ain't got at least 5.
I
remember when Montana was the standard, Montana and Bradshaw was the standard. 4 rings is like, you know, insurmountable.
Right.
And all of a sudden,
Brady came by them.
Brady came back against that Atlanta, in that Atlanta Super Bowl. Bam, now he got 5. Now you got to talk now in terms of 5. Then all of a sudden, 6 happened with the Rams. And then 7, like, what? 7? You got more than Jordan, bro.
So he got 5 with one team. If Mahomes is 5 with Kansas City, he's in the conversation.
Yeah, but you got to get to 5 first.
Naughty, let Mr.
He should be 3 after next week.
Caller, I coming to you right now. All right, I got a couple of texts. Caller, I coming to you right now. Give me 1 second. I got a couple of texts, though. Naughty, let Mr. Eric Sawyer III know that certain parts of his anatomy were in spasm mode for that whole game. And come Super Bowl Sunday, it's going to be in spasm once again. In fact, it might fall out.
Yeah? All right. Cool.
Naughty.
I gotta get that number and text you after the game.
NFL equals engineered entertainment.
Hey, we spoke about that on Friday, Naughty.
Yeah, boy, but you see some
we
things.
spoke about that on Friday.
And I was almost right with the Taylor Swift F&M prediction.
I just saw something just now came across my phone. Since Taylor Swift been coming to the games, she's gone $31.5 million for the NFL and the Chiefs. In terms
Since
of
Taylor Swift has started watching the NFL and you know, rolling with Kelsey, almost 2.1 new female viewers have now, you know, taken on the NFL. Yeah, or maybe more.
I wonder if her and Kelsey is even a real item.
Yeah.
Could be all just for show.
No, that looks like middle America love right there, buddy.
Oh, yeah, look genuine?
Yeah.
I don't know what he was thinking, though.
Redneck America.
I don't know. Look, I know Taylor Swift got some money, but I said this in front of my wife, so I could say it here. Kelsey left one little chocolate dime piece for Taylor Swift. She was a cute little girl that he left.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was thinking, but anyway.
thinking fame, fortune. He's more famous with this one than he is with that one. He get extra fame now.
Yeah, man.
I know she would definitely crack Pearlie's top 5.
Oh, the one he was dating?
Yeah.
Yeah, she in the money.
Purdy?
She in the money.
Man, listen,
She in the money.
But you know what
She
Purdy
up
do?
there with your
But you know
girl
what
from
Purdy do
LSU?
for this thing up? You know what Purdy did for his bye week?
What did he do?
He gone back to his girlfriend, fiance's ranch, fiance's farm, and he farm corn and wheat.
Yeah.
Everybody else gone to Punta Cana and go drink
Yeah.
drink margaritas. But that boy so grounded, he loved the Lord too. That's
Yeah,
a
he's very
grounded
Christian.
young man, you know. No, for true. His thing is, listen, but the NFL is great, and I'm thankful for the opportunity. And if it don't work out, he can talk to the Lord and find out where else he got to go.
Let's go to this phone call real quick before we gotta get to the break. 9 FM, who's that?
Naughty, Pearly, and Sawyer boy.
What's going on, Mystery Dolphin? Boy, you got some explaining to do. Go ahead.
Talk to me, man.
Go
You
ahead,
say you're
Mystery.
looking for me? Listen, first of all, I'd like to congratulate you, but the fat lady ain't sing yet, and you ain't reached the finish line yet. You banged the curb, and you're still looking at it.
Mystery
You
is
ain't reached
mystery,
yet.
boy. Mystery don't change for nothing.
Listen, you banged that curb. You're staring at the finish line, but you ain't reached it yet. I know that.
Boy, listen to me. That's all.
I know that entire first half. You was in the bathroom sitting on the toilet bowl.
No, sir. But you know what's strange? Believe it or not, every single time I said it, but you know what? Maybe I need to do something with my life, and you know, change my shirt, change the pants I had on or whatever. When I finally decided to go have a third bath, because I had 2 baths before the game. When I had my third bath, that's when we started to win, man. I had to get rid of all of the doubt and the haters on my shoulders, man.
Well, I know you had to make some adjustments.
Yeah, man.
know you
I
had
sat
to.
a little different in the couch, you know. Yeah.
Because
Then
I was already celebrating.
Why?
Now, as far as Lamar,
Why would you want me to join your misery? Why would you not want to cheer for my team
That's
to
what
be
I
there?
wanted you. I wanted you right on the sideline, going on the fishing boat with me and Pearly.
You all go
and
fishing.
Naughty.
We going gambling. You all go fishing.
Yeah.
You all
Now-
go fishing.
now,
We going to Vegas.
I tip my hat to you for showing up today, but I don't think you was going to show up if you all did lose that game.
I would have show up regardless.
All right.
Regardless.
Now,
As a
You shouldn't have
football-
thought. You shouldn't talk
as a
about nobody
football
not
fan-
showing up. You still got to pay your debt from last year, brother. But anyway, everything good.
It's too much.
As a
It's
foot-
too much. It's too much traffic coming your way, Naughty. Too much
As a
traffic.
football
Meet me on
fan from
Paradise
we was 2-14 under Gore. We had a couple of good years. Run and go hide with Chip Kelly and Jim Tom Sula. And now we got Kyle Shanahan. Listen, but I've been a Niner from the womb to the tomb, brother.
Hey, Pearly.
Pearly. I think we might have
I'm
lost.
right there. I'm right there. I ain't going nowhere.
Mystery got something for you.
Lamar Jackson is a choker like Dak Prescott.
And on that note, and on behalf of my son and I will drop you now, Mystery. Go ahead,
I don't
Pearly.
think he's a choker. I just think I really think that was more coaching than anything else.
All
They
right.
got away from what they do. They got away from running the ball. They got away from what they did all year to get there.
Lamar's supposed to be the
That's
leader.
why I'm not upset with Dan Campbell for going with 4-2
No.
because he did what he did all year to get there.
Well, I
Baltimore
For the
walked away
last
from
3
that.
years to get there.
I just wanna.
Yeah.
I just wanna.
Yeah.
We
But
got-
I still think, not to cut you off, sorry, I still think Detroit a year ahead of time.
Oh yeah. But the Packers too.
Yeah, you got to watch out for them 2 young
Yeah,
squads.
yeah,
I'm
boy.
telling you, and the Lions
I
as
think the
well.
Packers 2 years ahead of time. I think Packers jumped the fence.
Listen,
Oh yeah.
we got that Rich Eisen taking us home today. All right, why another Chiefs Super Bowl win seems inevitable according to him. So I will see you Friday though.
We shall.
But Naughty, before we
And
go,
then next
I
week
got
too.
I had
Go ahead,
before we
Pearly.
go, I made a promise to a very, very big 40.
Oh man, I guess
You still there?
Like the former member Parliament for North Andrews is one of the. Sorry, I don't know if you bigger 49er than he is.
Who that is? We didn't hear the name, you know. You cut out.
Carlton Bowleg, the former member Parliament.
Yeah, man, that's my boy. We go to the same barber, man. Oh yeah,
so
man, that's
I
my
got a shout out.
boy.
I promise him. Shout out to him.
Yeah, man, Bowleg, what's going on, brother?
He's a huge 49er fan, and he rubbing that in, but he partying hard right now.
Bang bang Niner gang.
Bang Bang Niner Gang, son, the best song ever sung. Bang Bang Niner Gang.
I got something for y'all. I'm just waiting patiently in the cut. All right, so Rich Eisen taking us home with that. Pearly, you'll be back in tomorrow, and on Thursday you'll be holding it down. And like I said, we'll talk to Sawyer on Friday and get the latest because it's 2 weeks before the Super Bowl and we can give you the full coverage. He can give you the 49 angle. We'll give you the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, we got
angle.
time. We got time.
And then hopefully, like the final Friday before the Super Bowl, we could get Big Chief and Sawyer right in here going one-on-one.
Yes, sir. Get him here. Get him here. I've been wanting to see him a little while now.
Oh, boy. Pearly, you hear this?
I hear that.
All right, man. We appreciate both of you all today. Good stuff.
In one time. Yeah, we should do that before the Super Bowl.
I can make some calls, make it happen, all right? So we up out here. Quick break, flip side of the break. Rich Isis taking us home. Keep it right where you got it. The Monday, January 29th edition of Talking Heads continues right after this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, ciao.
John's Department Store January sale has begun, and you don't want to miss out on our greatest savings event of the year. 25% off all items, appliances included, except Timberland and Sperry brand items, which are 15% off. And don't forget our nursing, hospitality, and chef uniform store, John's Carewear, as well as our women's fashion store, John's Fast Fashion, which is also 25% off everything. Whatever your footwear and fashion needs, come into John's in Palmdale or Carmichael Road this January 27th through February 3rd to start the year off right. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We are now inviting passengers on board for the new JetBlue CIBC First Caribbean credit card. Earn up to 30,000 bonus TrueBlue points with your first transaction and earn on everyday purchases. Plus, get up to 10,000 anniversary bonus points every year after. Please fasten your seatbelts and prepare for takeoff. Visit CIBCFCIB.com for more information on where Blue can take you.
Naughty Johnny's restaurant can only be described as the experience you want to recreate again and again and again. Their motto is simple food done well. You're welcome into their home at Naughty Johnny's where you can dine on crack conch fritters, and other Bahamian favorites. There's also an international flair that's guaranteed to offer something for everyone. Enjoy a good meal and listen to a live band on their patio Friday and Saturday nights, or brunch on Saturday and Sunday. Only at Naughty Johnny's restaurant in the Old Town Plaza, Old Fort. They're open 11 a.m. till 10 p.m. Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Friday, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Saturday, and 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Sunday. Naughty Johnny's. Well, what the
Play with Island Games. We making dreams come true. Play with Island Games. We paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market. You getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first. Guaranteed to pay. Island Games. We like them other jokers. We've been here from the start. From the bike to computer. Island Games. We gonna make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
The new KFC nuggets have arrived. That unlike the no-gets, ours are handmade using 100% white meat. Unlike the no-gets, at KFC, we hand bread every day to achieve the perfect flavor. After you try our delicious and crispy nuggets, in the original recipe, you'll never settle for see the real nuggets. It's finger-licking good.
Foreign Currency brings you the African Giant, live in concert, Burna Boy. Burna Boy performing live. Saturday, February 17, taking place at Clifford Park. Also performing Rich Homie Quan, Bernard Afri, Joe Capone, Sivelli, and more. Spinning 2024. Get tickets now. This one is a must that you're there.
It is tough to watch this and not think we are witnessing an inevitable result, with all due respect to the San Francisco 49ers. Tom Brady got beaten in Super Bowls 3 times. He won 7 of them, as we all know, and including one in which he looked as unbeatable as possible, going in as an undefeated team in the Super Bowl. which is kind of crazy to say out loud that actually happened. But what we're witnessing here is maybe the most impressive run the Chiefs have been on in his 6 years, Mahomes, as starter with Reed and Kelsey all together. Because this team looked dead to rights as a team with a ton of holes, as a team that could not do what the Chiefs do best, which is put points on the board. Because Mahomes' weapons were letting him down. It's why I thought he went ham on the officials and on anybody within the sound of his voice from the media after Kadarius Toney's foot was properly called offsides to wipe out a touchdown against the Bills. And I thought he went ham there because he couldn't do it at his teammates, because that ain't him. Nor was it him to go up to Josh Allen, his golfing buddy and partner, and basically say to him, we got screwed, when Allen had just come up with one of the best regular season wins of his career. Yes, at the Chiefs' expense. But sure enough, this team is still the champions because two things. One, they haven't been beaten yet in the playoffs. And two, they look it. They look it on all three phases. Butker's making kicks. Townsend's down in punts inside, killing punts inside the 5. And Mahomes and Kelsey and this offense are coming out a house of fire. They took care of business in Buffalo, and in the first half against Baltimore, they were killing it. They were crushing it. They came out with a 10-play drive to start it, and then after the Ravens eventually tied a game, after going 3 and out in their first possession, Mahomes goes 16 yards down the field, 16 plays down the field, and Kelsey is leading the way. And Pacheco, and Rashee Rice, and Reed is dialing it up, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire is running it too. Justin Watson's there every now and then. MVS. It's just they again. And Mahomes is in the rarefied air. This is why I said, who needs it more for his legacy? I mean, you want to talk about legacy. He's setting a standard for legacy right now. In terms of making 4 Super Bowls before the age of 30, he's the only guy. Nobody else has done that. 4 Super Bowl appearances now before the age of 30. Also, in terms of playoff victories, he's gotten 14, only behind Brady and Montana. 3rd quarterback to start 4 Super Bowls in a 5-season span, joining Brady and Jim Kelly. 4th Super Bowl start behind only Brady and John Elway. And then up on the screen here, what he is doing through age 28, he is way ahead of Tom Brady's pace at this point in time. He has 74 regular season wins to 58 for Brady, but when it all counts, he's got 4 more playoff wins, 1 more Super Bowl appearance, as many Super Bowl MVPs. He could surpass that of Brady by age 28. He could surpass, or he could tie Brady in terms of Super Bowl wins. Brady didn't win an MVP award through age 28. So if he ever wants to catch Tom Brady, anybody wants to catch Tom Brady, that's the way you start. Now, obviously, it's how you finish. And this is what Mahomes had to say about making another Super Bowl.
You don't take it for granted either. You never know how many you're going to get to. It truly is special. Just to do it with these guys after what we've been through all season long, guys coming together, it really is special. But I told them, the job's not done. Our job now is to prepare ourselves to play a good football team in the Super Bowl and try to get that ring.
And again, he's now in matter-of-fact mode, okay? He's now in matter-of-fact mode. Because greed, for the lack of a better phrase, is good when it comes to what we're seeing. And he's got a running mate. Boy, does he have a running mate. Oh, my goodness. I mean, what Travis Kelce's doing, I don't think folks maybe understand. Listen, when NFL Network started, and we were 20 years ago, and throughout the first several years of NFL Network, we kept on having, all-time this, all-time teams this, and all-time greats that. Way before Brady did anything beyond his young years that we just showed Mahomes has surpassed through age 28. I mean, Brady's the GOAT. Referred to as the GOAT now by everybody. TikTok, name it. Way back in the day, Jim Brown and Jerry Rice were those two guys. Jerry Rice is basically the standard that you want to follow if you catch a ball for a living. He now has more playoff receptions in NFL history, Travis Kelce, than Jerry Rice. That's happened. This kid from Ohio, tight end, with 11 catches on 11 targets yesterday. I mean, he's got now 8 100 or more receiving yard games in his playoff career. That's tied for first. And he's behind Rice in receiving yards and receiving touchdowns. He's 3 behind Jerry in terms of receiving touchdowns. This is not normal. He now has 6 touchdowns in conference championship games. That's more than John Stallworth now for most all time. He's putting himself in company that nobody thinks a tight end can. And with all due respect to Tony Gonzalez, either. And then there's the defense, too. On top of it, backing this whole play. Because the Chiefs, and I'm sure this will be parsed over the next 2 weeks, have some issues scoring points after halftime. As a matter of fact, they didn't score after halftime yesterday. And the defense made the 17 points that the Chiefs put up on the board in the first half stand up. L'Jarius Sneed, who Tyreek Hill admitted he jammed him to Cancun?
he said his butt to
right.
Cancun.
L'Jarius Sneed gives up the big play to Zay Flowers in the third quarter, and Flowers does the silly thing of spiking the ball on top of him or near his head and making it an easy call for the officials, I think. When you're standing over, that's one thing. When you're standing over and then the taunting rule was created because guys were spiking footballs nearby. It was interesting enough as well. A 100,000 liked tweet came from Joe Burrow saying, "Let the guys taunt." It's interesting. But at any rate, Sneed gives that one up. Couple snaps later, Zay Flowers looks like he is easy to score. He's running right across, and Sneed is trailing in coverage. And Zay Flowers leaps for the end zone and puts the ball out towards the goal line, and Sneed knocks it loose.
Ugh.
By the way, let's take a look. Maybe he did get in there.
Not even close. I mean, he was a full half yard.
Official nailed it in real time.
Man.
Real time.
I mean, that changed the whole game.
Sure did. Turnover. Right there. And Karlaftis is everywhere. And
the sack fumble on Lamar earlier.
Deion Bush, who snagged the last interception when Lamar threw it into triple coverage. And he was cut by the Chiefs, brought on by the practice squad. His wife apparently is a reporter or an anchor for NBC Sports Boston. They just had their first kid. He's been away from the kid.
Amazing.
For a month, for 6 weeks. And he's just trying to make plays whenever he gets in there for the Chiefs. He makes a play. They are amazing. And the Niners, have got their work cut out for them. And I understand there's going to be Mahomes fatigue. There already is. And Cooper, my 12-year-old, is just like, Dad, it's the Chiefs again. And I'm like, let me tell you something
just
about
like the Patriots.
I said, let me tell you something about the team you root for.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, when you were too young to remember, because bless him, he started rooting for this team towards the end of the Brady era. And I'm like, America was sick and tired of Belichick and Brady. And he kind of was confused that Gronk didn't arrive till later in Brady's career. I had to explain to him. Like, he didn't have Gronk. Then he was really confused when I told him that Gronk. So,
beat up.
But I'm like, hey, it used to be this way for New England. And the fact that I'm even in the realm of equating the Chiefs to those Patriots teams just confirms this is a dynasty. It's being born. I used that phrase on Twitter and I got lit up. What do you mean born? We've been there. I'm like, no.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.